YouTube. What's going on, man? I'm live. I'm live. What's going on? Hey, man, I appreciate y'all watching my videos, man. What's going on? I got 5 people coming in. Hey, man, I wanted to make this video real quick. I know it's live, but I think I'm gonna do lives more often because my phone I'm losing space on my phone to make videos, so I think it'd be a better idea. Trevona, my bad, I forgot to call you. My bad. I'm gonna call you. You can't hear me? Let me turn off my Bluetooth. How about now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? I don't know what's going on with this live feed, man. Okay, Trevona says she can hear me. Mike Ball said he can't hear me. Yes, we can. Alright, some people, maybe y'all need to check y'all phones. But no, man, I wanted to make this video because a few guys been asking me about Travel Loco. Y'all got to go back and watch my videos. I'm talking about, let me tell y'all the differences between Travel Loco and a Snyder. See, Travel Loco is a very small company. They got about 50 trucks. Y'all can go on Travel Loco's website and find the stuff out yourself. But I don't want y'all to come over to Travel Loco and then it's not what you expect. See, the difference between Snyder, Swift, JB Hunt, Landstar, and Travel Loco is that Travel Loco, I would say, majority of their freight is brokered freight. And yeah, I hear you. Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, man. Well, yeah, okay. Like the freight that Travel Loco has, most of it is brokered freight. So from what I'm seeing, like most of the freight I have to go through a broker. And depending on where you at, I have a dispatcher that negotiates a little bit for me. You send me an email? Okay, I'll check my email. I have a dispatcher that negotiates for me to get me loads. So like a Snyder or a Swift, like a Snyder or a Swift or a Landstar, they already have customer relationships with shippers already. So like the loads that I get, they don't come directly from a shipper. Like most of the freight, I would say 80% of it is brokered freight. So most of the time I'm getting on a load board like a DAC board or 123 load board, Coyote Logistics or a CH Robertson. That's a broker. Now the difference, like with Snyder or Swift or something like that, or Celadon, these big trucking companies like that, they already have a dedicated lane, or they have accounts set up with Walmart. They already have accounts set up with Target, Home Depot, Georgia Pacific, Kimberly-Clark, you know, all these big shippers out here. But most of the freight I've been pulling so far, I only pull about 5, 6, 7 loads so far. All the loads I've been pulling so far, these are small mom and pop shippers. Like most of the loads I've been going to, most of the places I've been going to, these are small places that maybe got 2 or 3 docks, and they're open from 8 to 5. They're not. I think it was one place that was 24 hours, but most of the places I've gotten, they're defined. When you get appointment time, you get a defined appointment, and you have to be there at a certain time. You can't come there when they're closed, because this is a small shipper and they used to be 8 to 5. So, and the benefit of that is that I get unloaded within a medium amount of time. Like as soon as I get there, I get unloaded in like 10, 15 minutes. So all this live load stuff people scared about, I haven't had any issue. Only issue I had was during the hurricane, but I make that an exception because of the hurricane. And I got to the military base and they were closed. So I got there like early in the morning, like 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, and I didn't get unloaded till like late in the afternoon. That was because the military base was closed. But I would give that an exception. But I would say all the loads I've been running, like I would rather have my own trailer. Dropping hooking, I don't miss dropping hooking. I don't miss it at all, because I don't have to worry about, well, you know, it's like as a Snyder, I see you driving, right? You headed to the customer, and you sweating bullets. It's like, man, I got to drop and hook this trailer, because I like to do 2 loads a day. So the only way that 2 loads a day works is if that customer has a lot of empties on hand, so you can get in there, drop that trailer, get it empty, and get back out to get to the next one. See, that's the only way the 2 loads a day work. But what happens is, if you go to a customer and you got a load behind, you got 2, 3, 4 loads behind you, and that customer don't have an empty, or they ain't got your load ready yet, oh man, it messes your whole day up. You have to cancel pretty much all your loads at that point. So now that I got my own trailer, I don't miss dropping and hooking, because there are a lot of places where when you drop and hook, it takes over an hour and a half to do a damn drop and hook. Like a Kimberly Clark, a lot of these paper places, it's got all these processes and stuff. Any of you guys know, when you go to a place to pick up a paper load, like you got to go in, check in, they got to check your trailer, and then you got to sign this paper, and then the property is huge, like a Kimberly Clark, a Georgia Pacific, or a West Rock, International Paper, a Mead VS, a Mead VA Code, a Mead plant, where the plant is so fucking big, you gotta drop the trailer over here, you gotta go way over here, and you gotta go way over there. You gotta go. By the time you did all this stuff, it's 2 hours just to do a drop and hook. A lot of you guys know what I'm talking about. So, but this isn't about that. The point is that a lot of you guys don't. I know a lot of you guys see me at Travel Loco. That's fine, but you gotta understand that most of Travel Loco's freight is brokered freight. They don't have a dedicated lane. They don't have like a Walmart account. They don't have big major accounts. You know what I mean? So most of the loads that I get, they're brokered. I call it, they're brokered freight, spot market freight. So there's no, like, for the most part, a lot of you guys sent me messages. I'm getting a lot of messages from you guys. Oh, Travel Loco, Travel Loco. I live in this town. Does Travel Loco have freight in my town? Hey, I live in New York. Does Travel Loco have freight in this town? I live in Texas. You gotta understand, when you get your own truck and trailer and you pull loads off a broker board, you can pretty much be anywhere in the country and get freight. So if you're in a big major city somewhere, Atlanta, Charlotte, New York, anywhere on the Northeast, Pennsylvania, Philly, anywhere, big cities, you're gonna get a load, because Travel Loco's business model is based on brokered freight. So, I mean, they have good relationships with brokers, so it allows them to kind of skip a few steps. But for the most part, most of their freight is brokered. So if any of you guys thinking about coming to Travel Loco, you gotta understand the difference in the business models. For example, Roadrunner. Roadrunner doesn't have like a dedicated lane, like they don't have like a big accounts with Kimberly Clark or Walmart. Roadrunner runs LTL Freight. So that is just a different business model. So the way that you get your loads and the way that you run your truck is different than a Travel Loco, or if you go to Snyder, or if for example, if you take your truck over to Mercer or Landstar. Like Landstar is different than Roadrunner. Roadrunner is different than Travel Loco, and then Travel Loco is different from a lot of little small mom and pop companies. So you gotta understand there are different ways to make money in trucking. So just like in flatbed, step deck, is different ways that the freight flows. So like with Roadrunner, they do LTL freight. So you would go to one of Roadrunner's hubs or terminals, and they would put 10 bills or 20 BOLs on that one trailer, just like FedEx or RL SDs or something like that, and you would take that load from Dallas, and then they have another hub there, and you would get unloaded, and they pay you an average lane rate for that, to run that load from Atlanta to Dallas, and they would pay you an average rate for that lane. And so they would have local, when they unload that freight from Dallas, they have local drivers in that area to distribute your load that you brought, because it's got 10, 15, 20 BOLs on your trailer. It's a bunch of little small loads on your trailer. 2-3 pallets here, 2-3 pallets here, 2-3 pallets. LTL freight. So, and what you would do at Roadrunner, you would, if they don't have a load going back in the area that you want to go, you would call up a broker to get you back in the lane to where they have a hub to make your money. So it's different ways to make money. Like with Travel Loco, you're running spot market brokered freight. So you pretty much have freight anywhere. You can live anywhere and come over to Travel Loco because it's spot market type of business model. So, and for the most part, I'm getting above average rates. You know, average rate per mile for drive-in is about $1. I think it's about $1.60 a mile or so. I've been getting $2 a mile all day long. $2.25, $2.50, $1.90. You know, anywhere from $1.90 a mile all the way up to maybe $2.50. I would say anywhere from $1.90 about $3 a mile. I've had a load that paid me $3 a mile, and I had a load that paid me as low as like $1.90 a mile. That's above average freight. And I can tell you right now, coming from Dallas to Atlanta to get $2 a mile is a pretty damn good rate. Because when I was at Snyder, I've ran back and forth from Dallas to Atlanta many times, and the best rate I can get coming out of Dallas coming back to Atlanta is somewhere around $1 a mile. A lot of guys want to challenge me on that, but I've ran that lane. I know how much it costs. I know how much that lane on Snyder's board pays going from Dallas to Atlanta. I know how much the lane pays at Snyder. So when I come out here with my own truck and trailer, when I hear the broker tells me, yeah, I'm paying $1,500 or $1,400 to go from Dallas to Atlanta, that's a pretty good rate. That's a pretty good rate to run that lane. Now, because I know with Snyder, they pay about $1 a mile to run from Dallas. You know, that's $800 to run 800 miles. To run 800 miles, I would get like $1,500, $1,400 to $1,600 to run. I got a load paying $2,100 last week to go from Dallas back to Georgia, the southeast. So it's kind of, you know, you have an advantage when you got your own truck and trailer, and companies like a Travel Loco or Mercer, or like with Landstar, they're different business models. You still making money, but a lot of guys, they get confused. They think like you gotta understand the differences on how you get freight and how the freight game works. There are a lot of different ways to make money in trucking. You know, so you got LTL, spot market freight, you got. But yeah, man, I'm gonna end this video. I got a broker calling me, man. I'll get back to y'all. still here. 19 minutes. Hey, but yeah, man. I just got a load, man. Load paying $1,100 to go 300 miles, and I gotta let y'all go because I gotta go and get this. Load real quick. But I appreciate y'all watching my videos, man. I'll see y'all next time.